Okay, we're going to switch gears for a few minutes here. We've got roughly 17 questions, rapid fire questions. So we're going to roll through these fast. Each candidate merely answer yes, no, or maybe. And we're going to go as fast as we can, see if we can get through all 17, have a little fun with us. Are we ready? All right, so here we go, Mr. Durant. And the first question of rapid fire
yes.
is, will you join the Tea Party caucus in the U.S. Senate if elected?
I'm going to join the Constitution.
Yes or no? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
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 Mr. Kenichi.
Kenichi, good.
Are you in favor of a national popular vote to replace the Electoral College as is currently being pushed by certain GOP establishment leaders?
No.
No.
No. Unlike Mr. Durant's #1 supporter,
Yes, no, maybe.
No.
No.
Thank you. According to the Constitution, do you believe Sharia law can be practiced on American soil, Mr. Bowman?
Let me understand the question.
According to the Constitution, do you believe Sharia law could be practiced on American soil?
I don't believe.
Yes, no, maybe.
He gets no. He gets his
Maybe. And wait, explain.
Yeah. He
30
gets
seconds.
His 30 seconds.
I believe people can practice it voluntarily on their own within a community. I do not believe it should have the force of law or the sanction of law under the government.
Repeat the question.
According to the Constitution, do you believe Sharia law could be practiced on American soil? No.
No, not as a matter of law.
You better, I would, you have a First Amendment issue here, depending on how you worded the
Do
question.
you have a flag?
No.
Yes, no, maybe.
No.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm saving it, baby, I'm saving it. I'm a thrifty man.
Let's see, we have Mr. Ritchie.
Would you mind repeating it?
Sure, one more time. So much for the rapid fire. According to the Constitution, do you believe Sharia law could be practiced on American soil?
No.
Thank you. Mr. Heckman.
Yes.
Agenda 21 is a United Nations program to control local resources and human activity and is being implemented in cities and towns all around the country. Would you vote to oppose any Agenda 21 bills?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. There you go.
Mr. Glenn, do you believe that it is the proper role of government to enact private business mandates, such as ethanol usage and auto efficiency standards?
No.
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 Mr. Durant, military setting a high standard living up to their oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. Will you follow the same high standard after taking your oath in office?
Absolutely, yes.
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 Mr. Kenichi, Kenichi.
I think you cheated.
Right?
Kenichi.
Kenichi.
I think you just tried to repeat my name many times. I appreciate it.
Put him on your radio show.
Mine's Rankowitz, that's why I go with rank.
Okay, do you believe the federal government has the authority to take the private property of an individual and give it to another through eminent domain in order to increase tax revenue?
No.
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 Mr. Bowman, would you vote to protect life at conception?
The United States Senate doesn't have that authority.
What was that?
The vote couldn't come up.
Would you vote to protect life at conception?
Yes, no, maybe.
I could not vote on it. No.
Yes.
Constitution.
Yes, without exception.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Hickman, do you support any governmental bailout of any private industry, including any banks in the auto industry?
No. No.
No.
No.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do you support any governmental bailout of any
No.
private industry? Okay, thank you.
Mr. Glenn, would you vote against building a physical fence across our southern border?
No, I would not vote against the fence. I'd vote for it.
Many options. Maybe. There are other options too to secure our borders.
I do maybe also.
Maybe.
No. Mr. Durant, would you vote for the United States to permanently pull out of the United Nations?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you vote for the United States to permanently pull out of the United Nations?
No.
Yes.
Mr. Bonetti, would you vote for means testing for welfare recipients?
Yes.
Yes.
To eliminate welfare. I mean, yes for now. We have to move it back to the churches. I'm sorry, that's a non-profit.
Yes or no? Would you vote for means
Sorry.
testing for welfare recipients?
Until we do that, yes.
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 Mr. Bowman, would you vote to get our incandescent light bulbs back?
Yes!
And better toilets, too.
Hate that second flush. With the exception of national defense, should the government allow deficit spending, Mr. Heckman?
I'm sorry, I was too caught up in my
That's
flush.
right. With the exception of national defense, should the government allow deficit spending?
No.
Or natural disaster, only those two exceptions.
I have to say maybe, because I think they're maybe.
I never answered the light bulb question. I say bring the light bulb back, yes.
And what about,
As far as deficit spending, no, only major national defense. So no deficit spending.
No.
Social Security, there's no constitutional justification for the Social Security system, and it has to be transitioned to the private sector, so I realize that. If we have the Social Security system, people are forced to pay into it, they had a contract with the government has to honor that obligation. My solution is to go through and transfer the program to the private sector over time, so that government honors the entire commitment they've made. And if people are forced into the system, they should get their Social Security.
I want to clarify, yeah, you can throw those things away. I want to clarify the United Nations question. I believe it's helpful for there to be a place for nations to come together and talk about things. But if it's going to take away our sovereignty, if we're going to have to be somehow under the authority of international law, if we're going to have troops that are going to be under the authority of some entity, I'm totally against that. But I'm all for talking about problems. And so that's why I said, let's not abolish it completely. I want to explain that.
if I can ad-lib a little bit, just so you know, Social Security, there is no contract. The government could cancel it today, and they owe nothing to anybody, just so people know. People keep thinking that there's this, I've paid into it and I deserve it, or, I mean, you may deserve it, but there's no, the government can end it today. Now, sorry for that, a little something I run on all the time. Mr. Durant, would you vote for means testing of Social Security recipients? The last one was welfare recipients.
At the appropriate time, we have to honor promises made, but I do believe that there should be some sort of means testing at some point.
No.
Repeat?
Would you vote for means testing of Social Security recipients?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Very last question, so you can really take all the time you need with this one. Mr. Konecki, yes or no, maybe, do you like babies?
Do I like babies?
Babies.
Is it my baby or someone else's?
A baby that the government isn't paying for.
It's a real life.
That sounds like my baby, so I love him.
Okay. Like them.
Well, what's the question?
It's a fun one. Do you like
yeah, I
babies?
love them. I was at a parade today and I loved seeing these babies.
That's right, you have 12, right? Or
Just 12. Not babies anymore.
I like babies so much that I think at whatever stage of development they ought to be considered persons under the Constitution.
Yes.
All right.